We'd normally run between 5 and 7% open. Last fall when we pregged, it was 2%. I had I thought a pretty good mineral here, and the company sold out to a different company, and I just don't think they were putting the quality product together like they were. When we started calving, the cows weren't cleaning like they had been in the past. Something was up, and so it's not like the cows were thin or in bad shape. They just weren't getting what they needed out of the tub. My sister had been using this stuff. She seemed to think it was a pretty good deal, and that's when I started looking into it and got over onto it. I'd say after about 3 weeks on the Riomax, cows started cleaning like they were supposed to. It seemed like the calves maybe had a little bit more get up and go to them. I could see right away that the feed savings that they talked about, you know, it was a real thing. I'd say after 3 weeks, they just weren't eating as much hay. I cut the liquid feed on all my cows, and I cut the liquid feed on a bunch of heifers. Just fed the Riomax, and I believe I got the same result. Actually, I got a little more out of the deal because we were getting more done with less feed. Those cows are eating probably 25 to 30% grass less than what they were. That's just that much more grass, good grass those calves have access to. In the fall when all that grass is dried up, they'll eat it and they'll do good on it without having to do anything other than just the tubs. I noticed probably 20 pounds increase, you know, in the weight. 20 pounds at $4 a pound or $4.50, whatever it is, adds up pretty quick. And being able to keep them cows in the herd longer, if you can get more cows bred, keeping them raising calves longer, that's a big deal too. We'd normally run between 5 and 7% open, and last fall when we pregged, it was 2%. The cows come into heat a little quicker off of the same protocols we've been using, and more cows showed heats. Sometimes you might have 15% that don't even show heats, and that was probably more like 5% this year. Calves were way healthier than they were the previous year. They would get up and suck and a little bit of nothing. You can just see the longer they've been on it, the better off they are. In August and September, we were eating, I thought, a little more than what we probably should have been. Come to find out, the calves were eating about 2.5 ounces of mineral. So the cows really didn't overconsume. It's just that the calves started eating their share out of the tub also. Last fall I bought 100 and some head of heifers out of Montana, threw them in with my heifers. April, whatnot, everybody starts shedding off, you know. Heifers that had been on the Riomax shed off and were shiny and black, and the heifers that only been on it, you know, since December still had a lot of old dead hair on them and whatnot. Their hair coat's shinier, they just act different on this stuff. They're way more content. You can put them out and you can kind of drag cows to different parts of the pasture that they maybe wouldn't go. It's simple. I mean, anybody can kind of do it. We just put out some block salt next to the tubs. The tubs are a little heavy. But you also, when you take it out there, you know, you can get enough on the side-by-side and go take care of 200 head at a crack. I call up whoever and we get a semi-load coming, and the truckers are easy to work with. There are no magic bullets, but if these cows are on that mineral and their immune systems and their reproductive systems and everything are working in line, it's just all those little things that add up, and it'll make you more profitable. Take one bunch of your cows and put them on it and then stay on it for a year, and then look at those cows versus the rest of them and see what they've done. It'll show you. If you just look at the cattle and do the numbers, it'll show you what it can do. It'll pay for itself and then some. I mean, I think just in the feed savings, it'll pay for itself, but you get all the other added benefits.